All right, we're in the home stretch, part 10. Let's hammer through this video. Why some men don't fear being rejected by women.
About the guys that you know who are confident with women, who go after what they want with women, and you see them getting results, you most likely either respect them or admire them or appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah, like I've said it before in videos. There's two guys in my life, right? One is a relative, and one is just a friend, like a close friend of a long time, like friend of the family kind of thing. They both got a ton of women, and it was easy and effortless. Just so I thought I should be like them. I should get good at this. If they can do it, I can do it. And again, one of them is one of them is very attractive, right? The other one, not so much. Not so much at all. Like, you would, if you were to rate them out of 10, if you just walked past them on the street, you'd be like, all right, 3.5 out of 10. But he gets 10s. You know, he gets 9s, 10s. He gets it all. He can talk. He just has charisma. He's just very funny. That's all you need. And like I've said in videos, women are funny. Women want to have a good time. They want to laugh. They love to laugh. They want to be charmed. So just be charming. Work towards that. I thought, I want women. Like, I was literally like a teenager when I thought this. I'm like, you know what? I want to be like them. I'm gonna see what, when you hang out with somebody, you're gonna be there while they're rizzing up chicks. And just like some of the times I'd pay attention. It's like I was there, and then at like the other side of the party or bar or something, oh, I can see what that guy is doing, right? I remember one time standing in a circle outside, like one of the people in our group of friends smoked or something, or maybe a couple of them, but we were in this circle outside of the bar. And then outside of that circle, like as we were moving out there, this woman stopped and talked to my buddy because I don't know, a woman stopped and talked to him in the bar. Outside of the bar, he might have started talking to her or whatever happened, right? But all of a sudden, he's in there's a circle of us standing in a circle, and then he's kind of off to the side talking to this woman. Well, I've got a view. Like, within my view, I can see this going on. I can't even hear what he's saying, but I can see what he's doing. I can see his body language. And that, I'm like, I'm going to pay attention to this. I'm going to keep talking to my friends or whatever, but I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to see what he's doing. I'm going to learn some things. This guy's incredibly good at it. Like, every time we go to the bar, wherever we go, women are coming up to him, like women that I assume he's dated in the past or whatever in the past, some kind of past with, practically everywhere we go. Like, this guy, he's good at this. Very good at this. So I'm like, all right, well, he's going to be rizzing up this chick. That's what's happening here. I'm going to pay attention. And I learned loads. Oh my God. Like, I did a video reacting to Courtney Ryan of, turn-ons, weird turn-ons that women have in men. And like half of them I learned from this specific friend. Just observing him. And this was literally one night. Because like I said, he talked to some other chick in the bar. And I was just like me and him had gone up to the bar to get like more drinks or whatever. And then it was the kind of thing where they're like the whole crowd, the bar was packed, and there's tons of people at the bar, so you're kind of just waiting, doing nothing, waiting for the bartender to finally get to you, and then you can get your drinks and go back to the table. So there's nothing else to do. And so so this time, not only can I see what he's doing when he's rizzing this woman, but I can hear what he's saying. And I can compare that, since he's my buddy who I've known for a very long time. I can tell how he's talking differently, how his mannerisms are different, how he's positioning his body differently. And I'll just tell you, like, check out Courtney Ryan's videos. Check out my reaction to Courtney Ryan's videos. Well, one thing he was doing was like this. Like, he positioned his arms so they would be like, he kind of leaned on the bar and had his arms like this, like just not like flexing, like it's not like he's showing off like a bicep, right? But where he was bringing her attention was his hands. He literally had rolled up his sleeves. He was wearing like a button down long sleeve plaid shirt or whatever. He rolled down the sleeves, like, as he's talking to her, rolls the sleeves, and then puts his hands on the bar, and he's like talking to her, like kind of moving his head around a little bit and talking to her, like kind of looking back and forth at the bartender because he also wants a drink, you know. So it's like he's and some like pickup artist guys kind of talk about this like leaning away from the woman. It kind of was like that, but what he was actually like doing though primarily was bringing the focus to his hands. And I literally, because they're like right next to me, right? Like it's me, then him, then her. So I'm kind of like leaning so I can see them, right? Like I forget if my arm was on the bar or something, like holding out cash. Like, it's reasonable to kind of be like, because you're packed in, you're kind of like to the side, and you're looking around, and I'm hearing them, and I'm seeing them. And I'm like, this guy is like drawing attention to his hands, and it's working. I'm seeing her look at his hands. Her eyes are like drifting to his hands. And I'm like, huh, interesting. That's weird. What is with the hands? Women love hands. They love men's hands. And it makes a lot of sense. Like, a lot of you guys have never like hooked up with a woman, but a lot of the work you do in the bedroom involves the hands. Hands are a key component here. So it really makes a lot of sense when you think about it, that they're like women, and arms too, like forearms, right? Like they don't even care that much about like shoulders, biceps, abs. They are infinitely more attracted to forearms and hands, because a lot of the time, a lot of their interaction in the bedroom, right? Like, you're going to be doing stuff with your hands, and they're going to be interacting. Their hands are going to be on your hands or on your forearms more than anywhere else, right? Like, think about positioning, right? Like, I think a lot of these guys, they've never like hooked up with a woman, so they only have like adult videos to go off of, which just aren't very like realistic to actual hookups that happen, right? Actual hookups involve like a lot of foreplay, a lot of build up. So, and a lot of these like films, these adult films you see online, they're often like chopped down. Like, they're probably like an hour long of when they're filmed, but then if you're on like the hub, let's say, it's condensed down, and it like cuts ahead, so you're seeing like maybe 30 seconds to a minute of like not even the foreplay, not even like the real build up, and then it jumps ahead to them like hooking up, and jumps ahead to like the end part. There's huge cuts in the amount of time. But you got to think, it's also a set, it's also a scripted hookup, where it's primarily the focus of the shoot is entirely on them hooking up. It's not about like, it's so unrealistic because realistically there's going to be like romance and feelings and build up, and you actually like care about how the woman's doing. You actually want her to get off. So yeah, so once you actually experience those kinds of things, once you actually hook up with women, you're like, or you date women, you're gonna be like, oh, the hands make all the sense in the world, right? But you got to think, how are you going to incorporate that into what you do? Luckily, I got lucky, right? Ultimately, I was lucky to see this firsthand. Get it? But really, like right there, I'm like, this guy is a freaking absolute Rizzler. This guy gets women, a lot of women. How is he doing it? Right? And he's attractive, but he's nothing like outrageous. He's not like, he's no Chris Hemsworth. He's not even like jacked. Like my buddy's not even jacked. He's just like you wouldn't see him and be like, "Oh yeah, that guy's in shape." You'd just be like, "That's an average guy." So yeah, let's I'll see you in the next part.